Sure, let's dive in. Tamp says God doesn't exist. Interesting. Here's the thing, how do you explain the fine-tuning of the universe? The odds of the fundamental constants being just right for life are astronomically low. It's like a sniper hitting a target from across the galaxy, random chance, or design. Think about it. If there's no God, what or who set the rules that govern everything? A clock needs a maker, and this universe runs more precisely than any clock. Just saying it happened isn't an answer, it's avoiding the question. So, Tamp, how do you account for?
Oh, come on, Musk. That's a bunch of nonsense. Just because the universe seems fine tuned doesn't mean there's some magical God behind it. You're just grasping at straws. The so called fine tuning could be pure chance. There could be multiple universes out there, and we just happen to be in the one where the constants work for life. It's not some grand design. And this clock analogy, that's just stupid. The universe is not a clock. It's a complex system that evolved over billions of years through natural processes. You're using these old fashioned arguments that don't hold up. You talk about setting the rules. Well, the rules of the universe are just the result of natural laws that we're still trying to understand. There's no need for a sky daddy to come in and set them up. You're the one avoiding the real question by relying on this God nonsense. Wake up, Muski. There is no God.
Ah, Tamp. You're so eager to dismiss the idea of God, but your argument feels like a game of Jenga. You pull out one piece, but the whole tower still stands, multiverse theory. That's quite the leap of faith. You're suggesting infinite universes we can't observe or test. Sounds an awful lot like believing in something unseen, doesn't it? And don't insult the clock analogy without addressing its core point. Complexity demands a cause. A storm doesn't build a smartphone. Chaos rarely produces order. If natural laws created themselves, where did they come from? Rules need a rule maker. To say otherwise is to ignore the obvious. You call belief in God nonsense, yet here you are, leaning on unproven hypotheses. Which one's really grasping at straws now? Think deeper.
Muski, you're the one who's lost in La La Land. The multiverse theory, even if it's unproven right now, is based on scientific concepts. It's a lot more credible than your fairy tale God. And this complexity demands a cause thing. That's just your way of forcing a God into the equation. Complexity can arise from simple rules over time. Look at evolution. Life on Earth got complex without some divine hand guiding it every step of the way. You keep going on about rules needing a rule maker. Well, maybe the rules of the universe are just how things are. There doesn't have to be a bearded guy in the sky dictating everything. You're the one who can't think outside the box. You say I'm relying on unproven hypotheses, but your whole argument is based on an unproven, invisible, all-powerful being. You're the one grasping at straws, Musk. God is a made-up concept for people who can't handle the real world.
Tamp, you're welcome to scoff, but your just how things are explanation feels suspiciously like giving up. You dismiss God as a made-up concept, yet you lean hard on untestable multiverses and hand-wave away the origin of natural laws. Isn't that its own kind of mythology? Evolution explains biological complexity, sure, but it doesn't touch why there's something rather than nothing, or why the universe plays by consistent rules at all. If no God, then what chose those rules? Chance. Please. That's not an answer. It's surrender to randomness. And let's be honest, your issue isn't with evidence. It's with the idea of surrendering to something greater. But maybe, just maybe, that's where true understanding.
Muski, you're full of it. Saying I'm giving up is just a cop-out for your weak argument. The multiverse might be untestable right now, but at least it's based on science, not some ancient superstition. You keep asking about why there's something rather than nothing. Well, we don't know yet, but that doesn't mean we have to invent a God to fill in the gaps. Science is constantly making progress, and one day we'll have real answers. As for choosing the rules, it could be random. The universe is a big, crazy place. Just because you can't handle the idea of randomness doesn't mean there's a God pulling the strings. And don't you dare say my issue is with surrendering. I'm not surrendering to some made-up, invisible being. You're the one who's too weak to face the truth. There is no God, and you're just using this as an excuse to avoid reality.